Do you believe me when I say this? If you arrived just 1 hour too late, the dinosaur footprint you came to find could be gone, swept away by the tide. No trace, no fossil, no second chance. Now picture this. You're standing on an open shoreline, the ocean wind whipping across your face. Beneath your feet, impressions left by a creature that once ruled the earth. You kneel down and realize you're not just touching the ground. You're touching a fragment of Earth's ancient past. But time doesn't wait. Every 6 minutes, the sea rises another foot, and everything could vanish as if it never existed. This place is real. Its name is New Brunswick, tucked along Canada's eastern coast. Home to the highest tides in the world and one of the most vivid fossil fields on the planet that no one ever told you about. Why aren't the biggest discoveries coming from scientists? And what's being buried deeper and deeper every time the tide recedes? Join me as we uncover a land where time and the sea are fighting to preserve or erase the last traces of a forgotten age. And if you don't want to miss the secrets still waiting beneath the mud, subscribe and turn on notifications now. On Canada's eastern edge, there's a place where the ocean breathes in and out each day. No fanfare, no crowds, but everyone who's ever stood here walks away with the same feeling. Something is hidden beneath that muddy shoreline, and it doesn't want to be found. This is New Brunswick, cradled by the Bay of Fundy, where the tides rise higher than anywhere else on Earth. Every day, the sea here can rise and fall by over 40 feet, enough to swallow a small building whole. But what the tide brings isn't just water, it carries memories. And just a few hours later, it washes them away without a trace. When the tide retreats, it's as if the earth sheds an ancient layer of skin. Jagged rocks emerge, etched with footprints, fossil fragments, and strange shapes no one has ever named. There are no warning signs, no fences, just cold wind, soft mud, and an eerie feeling that what you're seeing doesn't belong to our modern world. Matt Stimson, a paleontologist at the New Brunswick Museum, once said, "We don't need to dig. Nature is doing the excavation for us, but it can also erase everything in a matter of minutes. Because here, the ocean rises by a foot every 6 minutes. If a trace isn't documented in time, it's gone, forever." But here's what surprises most people. Some of the biggest fossil discoveries in this region didn't come from scientists. They came from ordinary people, tourists, students, or simply someone out for a quiet walk on the mudflats. It sounds unbelievable, but at the Bay of Fundy, many of the most important finds weren't made by paleontologists at all. They were found by complete amateurs. A few were just passing by. Others were curious locals or students, lucky enough to be there at just the right moment as the tide pulled back. Like Rowan Norad and Luke Allen, two local university students. In just a few short years, they uncovered hundreds of fossil fragments, including the footprints of ancient amphibians, possibly from a period known as Romer's Gap, a mysterious blank spot in the fossil record, and even the delicate wing of a prehistoric dragonfly, with a wingspan as wide as a small falcon. Finds like these could have been wiped away just minutes later by the returning sea. If it weren't for these everyday people, in the right place, at the right time, we might never have known these fossils existed. And that made me wonder, in a place where nature decides what stays and what's erased, do you really have to be a scientist to touch the past? Here in New Brunswick, the line between observer and discoverer is almost non-existent. Anyone, yes, anyone, could be the first person to lay eyes on a piece of history humanity has never seen. But not everyone gets to keep what they find. Unlike a museum, where relics are locked behind glass, the fossils at the Bay of Fundy appear, then vanish, right beneath your feet. They lie scattered in the mud, exposed on the rocks, and sometimes they're found by complete strangers wandering the coastline when the water slips away. What many people don't realize is this: you can't, and you're not allowed to, take them home. According to the laws of the province, any fossil discovered along the shoreline must remain exactly where it was found, and be reported to the New Brunswick Museum or local archaeology authorities. Moving, collecting, or keeping a specimen, even by accident, violates strict heritage conservation laws. There are no fences, no staff watching over you, but the rules still stand, unseen and absolutely serious. And it's not just about protecting science. Each fossil holds irreplaceable value. A single scratch could erase clues about the creature's age, its environment, or even the shape of its bones. Some fossils have been found by visitors, and instead of keeping them, they chose to report their discovery. Their names are now recognized in official museum records as part of the scientific find. Some call that an honor. Others feel a quiet sense of loss for having to let go of something they were the first to ever touch. And yet, not all fossils are found lying on open ground. Not all are perched on rock, waiting to be noticed. Some are revealed for just a fleeting moment and then disappear beneath the waves forever. We're talking about things that don't even have names yet. Faint traces that most people would walk right past. And the hardest question of all, how many ancient creatures have never been known to humankind, still lying hidden beneath the mud? Not every fossil is clear or obvious. Some only reveal themselves at the exact right moment. When the tide pulls back, the light hits just right, and someone with sharp eyes happens to be there. It could be a single curved groove, a thin fingerprint-like imprint, visible for just a blink, before a shallow wave washes in and erases everything. You might come back tomorrow, same time, same place, but what you saw will be gone. The Bay of Fundy doesn't hold on to anything for long. It offers you a glimpse, then swallows it back if you fail to recognize it in time. Some scientists believe there are still countless life forms that once roamed this place, never recorded in any textbook. No bones, no fossils, just faint impressions, visible only once, then lost forever. There are no gates, no signs, only one rule. The tides of Fundy wait for no one. You have 6 hours to walk across the stone floor of a vanished ocean. Everything is still. The wind bites, the mud gives way, and underfoot something strange flickers into view. But if you're late, the place you stood just moments ago could be under 10 feet of water in less than an hour. Several visitors have gotten trapped before, not out of carelessness, but because here, the water rises without warning. You've just stepped into a living museum, but each time it opens, it stays open for only a few hours. And every time it closes, it might take with it a piece of untold history forever. And today, if you were the first to discover the footprint of a creature that has never appeared in any textbook, would you report it to the museum or stay silent and carry that secret with you for the rest of your life? Share your thoughts below. And if you feel that pull to keep searching, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a step in our journey to uncover what still hides on this earth. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.